What is up, guys? Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today, I'm sorry this is so delayed, but I'm going to be going through the second half of the 90 card set for the creators of Chaos. As I said in the last video, it took me a very long time to edit all these cards onto the backgrounds that they should be on, hence why it's so late, but I have been working hard on the game. I'm not like going anywhere, even though my uploads have been slow. So I'll get straight into the second half of the winners. If you haven't seen the first video when I go through the winners, then please check that out first, because you might have missed yourself winning in that. There are 45 winners in each video, so that's kind of a big chance that you're going to win. But I will just get started. So finishing off the Chaos cards. So we've got Fraxel by Kiro, a really interesting version of Fraxel. I'd never thought of it as being like an insect, spidery type character, but there's more like essence to the character in this one by Kiro, so I made it a rare. Also, if any of your names are featured in the cards, Kiro here for example, and you want it to be changed to something else, please let me know in the comments section and I will do that for the set's release. So first up, Fraxel Kiro. Next up we have Battle Quest TCG, a really cool consistent uploader in the community. He's done a really nice version of Foople Flame, again a lot better than the original in my opinion. We then so I realised I didn't reveal any of the ridiculously rares for the set. There are 7 in total, which is a lot, and there's going to be kind of 1 in every other pack, maybe, like a high chance of getting it. There's going to be 2 really rares per pack, and then a chance of 1 of those being ridiculously rare instead. So the first one we have is Sheozian Lava Behemoth, probably the best boss monster from a starter deck, and Stone Human did this amazing artwork for it, so I felt it was definitely worthy of ridiculously rare status. Looks so good. Stone Human absolutely smashed it. Also, when the packs are released, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the 5 people that I felt put the most heart and soul into this contest. I'd love to give every winner a pack for free, but unfortunately, because there's like 90 of you, it cost me like thousands of dollars, over $1,000 in total, so I can't really afford to do that. But yeah, the people who put the most effort in will definitely be getting free packs. We then have Dario Di Donato, did quite a few entries, and this one of Kronk, like making such a kind of like a weak-ish card in the game looks so cool, is just amazing, so I had to put that in. Got Trom by Dakano. Now Dakano is a really cool guy who's entered every designer card contest I've ever hosted. He's got this really unique style, and I felt so bad because he's never won a designer card contest, so this makes me so happy that I can finally put him in the game with this epic artwork of Trom. Got like the sand dunes and tower in Barrow at the back there, so just so happy this got entered. Next up, man, this is like one of the strongest entries I've ever had for a contest. This like sort of fantasy amazing version of Humongous Ancient Rockman is so good. Thank you, Nell Milado. I love this. Like, it just completely gets across what I want Humongous Ancient Rockman's essence to be. And just, yeah, the art style, unbelievable. The colours, the sky, the little rainbow there, all of it's perfect. Yeah, just the sense of size with all like the birds and like the low down angle. I love this. I love this so much. Then we've got some Syndell stuff. We've got a Commander Crossbones here from my good friend, actually, Crystal Depict, a really cool graphic designer. Does lots of fantasy stuff, lots of Pokemon and Star Wars stuff on his Instagram. There'll be a link to him below if you want to check him out. Really cool guy. And now I'm really pleased with this because I got entries for every card in the Commander Crossbones archetype. So it's really cool to see kind of a whole archetype made up of different art styles. The next 2 we got was Skullcross Scythe. Oh no, I've not put the name. Sorry, Charlie. I need to put the name Charlie Esker on that because he entered Skullcross Shield, Skullcross Scythe. Love the backgrounds on both of these. Definitely worthy entries and worthy weapons for Crystal Depicts Commander Crossbones. And then we have a really cool like Commander Bossbones, which almost looks, I feel like it looks like sort of Aztec. I don't know why. Like sort of Day of the Dead vibes. Really love that. So Chris Sanchez got himself a rare in the set. Well done, Chris. That looks really great too. We then have another Charlie Esker entry with a Gatomic Gi. Reprinted this as a rare. Previously only able to get in a starter deck, and it's a really good, just generic Syndell card that's used very widely. So now you can get this in rare form and looks so much more like a radioactive mutant than my version, I feel, which is what I really tried to get across, but Charlie just does it so much better. Then we have a regular Gi. Love this by KB. KB's a really active member of the community, and this version of Guy just kind of looking terrified and seeing all the mutant versions behind him in the artwork is a really good way to tie the archetype together. So Guy's a rare in this set. Well done, KB. Then have this digital art of Trancleric, which is really, really cool. Quite similar to the original, but the kind of textures and styles all different. And then the next ridiculously rare, and again by Stone Human. He's just so good at drawing these powerful creatures. Ozo, the Titan of Justice, one of the strongest cards in the game. Previously only a rare, so definitely needed a rarity boost. And yeah, ridiculously rare. It's definitely kind of does this artwork justice. You can see him like kind of like the war, kind of tying into the lore, him like crushing a Pelfam there under his foot. Really cool. Then got a few more Teklar entries. Didn't get too many in total, but this one by Corpse is a really good version of Steam Crank, which is completely like nailing this guy to the ground. And then another ridiculously rare, we got a version of Talakon by Nemesis, which I really love. Love the kind of glowing energy beams that work so much better in like digital art than hand-drawn. I couldn't really get this across in my version, but love this version by Nemesis. Then Glub by Beast of the Night Jungle. Another one by Stone Human. Absolutely killed it. Unfortunately, I can't make all your entries ridiculously rare, so this is a common reprint of Glub. We then have this unreal version by Alessio Maloney of Cracker, the Beast of the Night Jungle, just making him look even more terrifying than the original. Yeah, such a cool entry, and yeah, really, you're such a talented artist. Another ridiculously rare. Had a few entries for the Chaos Beasts. I was quite picky with them. Because the Chaos Beasts are like the most powerful cards in the game. I was like, I don't want to kind of give the artwork space away to anyone. But Planolution TCG, this version of Bereses, the like ultra realistic version, is just so cool. Just really brings the character to life, especially in this like heavenly forest that I'd imagine him in. So good. Then another sort of kind of life accurate depiction of Tiki Tok by Lode Guillen. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. But yeah, really cool this as well. We then have the Zweistein, a little version of Vokapeki Mak. Quite widely used card in Chaos decks, so wanted to put it in this set. But yeah, really funny artwork that. We've then got Adam Warzy now. I hope I'm definitely not pronouncing that right. But Zatalon, really cool version of this. Makes it look a lot more 3D than my drawing. I then have another Crystal Depict entry of a really cool version of Lumiveron. I love the sort of storm effect that it's in. It like really looks like it's in the planet Roka. So I made that one really rare. Also because Lumiveron's just quite a cool card anyway, I think. So yeah, well done Crystal Depict. And again, check out his design Insta. Really nice guy. And another really rare onto the Polysium cards now. We've got Duple Drop. This was by Naked Mole Rat. Had quite a few entries, and again, Duple Drop is like arguably the best Polysium card in the game. So really wanted a high rarity version of him, and Naked Mole Rat's artwork definitely does that justice. So that is a really rare in the set. Then, oh my gosh, Alan Deaton of Alaria TCG, or Alaria, an amazing newish TCG. He's made games before and then kind of left the community for a bit, but he's back, and what a way to come back. This version of Cranchon, just that sort of epic fantasy, like Leviathan looking version, like, you know, battling the ships with like a sort of helpless onlooker. Yeah, I love it. He even did a whole like lore video about Cranchon being a character in Alaria, which was so cool to watch. It's like an 8-minute video whilst he was doing a speed art of it. Watched every second and absolutely loved it, Alan. Cranchon's needed a reprint because it's you know, it's the strongest card in set 1 and never actually had a reprint. So love that it's kind of going to be more accessible in this like epic artwork as well. So well done, Alan. Absolutely love that. Then got some No Planet stuff. We've got Bernard the Space Worm, or Bernard, as you American folk say, by Hasman Marsh. Just a really cute version of one of the coolest guys in the galaxy. Then the Lost Bogabooga, Aidan Rosado. His expression definitely makes him look a lot more lost than my version of him, so well done. Really love that. Then Dario, again, smashing it with this artwork of the Galactic Wielder. I not only love the pose that he's in, but also his depiction of like Galactic Helm, Galactic Saber, the Galactic Gauntlets, like every Galactic card just part of this artwork, which I love. Well done, Dario. Next up, we've got Matthew Rogan, who originally just did a version of Gatomic Garl, but I wanted to change it so that it was just the entire Gatomic Wasteland, because, you know, he's like, you got Gatomic Garl looking cool and evil there, but you've also done this amazing depiction of like what the surface of Syndell looks like, which is something I really struggle with drawing. I'm not a fan of my original artwork of this card, and Matthew, you've just done it so much better than me. So I put this in the set and made it a rare as well. So well done, Matthew. Absolutely love this, and hope you're okay with me changing it to the kind of resource card that ties the whole archetype together rather than just like a member of the Gatomic cards. Then, no named friend. He admitted to me he's not quite the artist, but I love this really abstract depiction of Cosmic Treasure. I think it was originally meant to be Columns of Creation because that card was his idea. However, I had an entry that I really liked for that, so let that win. And then just made this the version of Cosmic Treasure, which is really cool. Well done, no name friend. Got your little signature there. Made it a rare as well for the collectability of my best friend being in the game. So thank you, no name friend, for that. I also, I just really love the abstract, like, I think it's kind of really immersive, the like stars in the background and then just this like mysterious sort of greyed out shape that you don't really know what it is. So I thought it'd make a good version for Cosmic Treasure. Then Abandonment. Sebastian Kreuzberg had a really good entry in the last video. Love his kind of black and white style, which I never thought I'd say in a Chaos Galaxy video. But this, originally, I think it was just a drawing of Deh. But I like the fact that it looks like he's been abandoned, and I didn't get enough entries for resource cards, so I turned it into a copy of Abandonment. I've then got a few entries from Gavora, the second artist from the game, which was really good to get some of his artwork in the set. He's got a lot of his own original designs in the game now, so it's amazing to get the contrast of his versions of my designs. So he did a version of Blaze Elixir and a version of Ice Elixir, which is a really rare. I think these are so cool. I love the lids, like the attention to detail, having like the fire cork and then like the kind of snowflake cork on Ice Elixir. Really love both of these. We then have Andrew Welsh, who did a version of Spicy Salt, who did a version of Helder. But because I had a few entries for Helder, I decided to make it Spicy Soul Sauce, the kind of stat boosting card for Syndell, because it looks like Helder's mixing together something horrible in a cauldron there. So thought she's cooking up the Spicy Soul Sauce, which just adds to the lore of the planet more. So thanks, Andrew, and hope you're okay with me changing the card. Then we've got Go Berserk by Charlie Esker. Again, killing it with all the submissions, but love how crazy this Boulder Dragon looks turning into a Berserk Boulder Dragon. Then Activation Activated Activator. Much more like 3D version of the card. I love like the old Chaos Galaxy cards like floating along being zapped in the background, whilst you've got Bernard jumping out of the card. Then this is so cool. Sydney the Great with his version of Star Dealer. I love so much and made it ridiculously rare. And just look at it. He's done like a 3D render of him like on the moon. Oh my god, I just spotted that. He's done the whole meteor stop off. If you don't know the lore, if you don't know the lore, Star Dealer's just like a dodgy guy who sells stars on a meteor stop off to any like unwitting passers-by. So he's actually drawn like the meteor stop off in the background. Oh, I love that. And yeah, just like I don't know how you've done this, like a 3D kind of physical render. It looks so cool. Just bring Star Dealer to life. You want to buy some stairs. Then Relihex Mine, another stone human entry. Just love the kind of lighting you've put in here, making it look like a deep dark mine, but kind of lighting up the Relihex crystals really nicely. Thanks again, Stone Human. Then got Cosmic Conjury by Joseph M. Robbins. I thought this was a card that's only appeared in a starter deck before, so thought I'd pop it in this set as well. Also really like just the simplistic laid back artwork of like the zone and the creature conjurer. Sorry, resource conjurer. Then we got Point Turret by Zweistein. As soon as I saw a demented chicken guy operating a point turret, I was like, this has to go in the set. Made it a rare as well, which is nice. Then Galactic Journey by Vincent Haynes. Although it's quite a simple, like flat drawing, one thing that really made me want to put this in the game was this like page turning thing. I thought that was so creative because Galactic Journey is a card that was based off the lore in the game. So it's really cool, like this sort of turning the page to the next chapter. And obviously the ability lets you draw cards. So it's like you're turning the page to draw a new card. Very well thought through by Vincent. Love that. We've then got a ridiculously rare Beast of the Black Hole by Marco Polo. Really cool. When I designed Beast of the Black Hole, it's got the two eyes, which I never kind of thought of what the creature inside might look like. I sort of didn't want to think. I was like, what would a creature look like in a black hole? Like, no one would ever know. But yeah, I mean, this is terrifying and exactly what I think it would look like. So well done, Marco. Loved this artwork and had to turn it into a ridiculously rare for that reason. And then the last card, we have the troll rare for the set. In Legends of the Cosmos, I did a poll for would you like to see Slush as a ridiculously rare or Wild Wing? And Slush won the vote by only about 5%. So I bring you the troll rare for creators of the Cosmos. Sorry, creators of Chaos. Gavora's rendition of Wild Wing. The ridiculously troll rare for this set. It's kind of not even a troll rare because the artwork's so good. It's not like Slush that just like looks bad. It's really, really good like art style. And Gavora, thank you so much for doing this. Yeah. There you go. Take it all in. Ridiculously rare Wild Wing. Card number 90 and the final card of the set. Just before I round off the video, need to go through some honourable mentions because I got some fantastic entries that I really sadly couldn't put into the video. So the first one we have was Gabriel Klinner with this really cool version of Infernix of Shios, but unfortunately, I kind of mentioned it before, I think it's just because you chose like a really powerful Chaos Beast to draw, it's going to be really hard to get into the set. I'm so sorry, Gabriel, because this artwork, I can tell how much effort you put into it, and it looks amazing, but if it was like any other creature apart from a Chaos Beast, it would have made it into the set. And also one thing, when I tried to put it into the card template, because the card templates are kind of square, I had to like cut off a lot of the body and it just didn't quite look right. But this, you're like such a great talent, Gabriel. Thank you so much for this entry. I really loved it. And just makes the character look so graceful and like cool. Another one, Dominic Herbert with this great version of Berites of Gaios. I love the kind of initiative he's taken to change up the card, put this like halo on him, having stood on top of a mountain. But unfortunately, just this Planolution like is so hard to compete with. I'm sorry, Gabriel. Again, Dario Di Donato did an amazing version of Berites, but I thought because he had a lot of entries that got into the game anyway, I'd kind of spread the love and give Planolution the win on that one. Butler did really cool kind of stripped back pixel art versions of Blaze Elixir and Ice Elixir. Again, Gavora's just kind of, because Butler was in the game anyway, gave it to Gavora. Elemental Legends TCG with their version of Deh. This looks so cool, but I got so many entries for Deh. It's just one of the most popular cards in the game, so it's really competitive. Stone Human, again, killing it with the entries, did this Gatomic Gi, which looks sick, having it fight against the Utopian on like the two starter decks going up against each other. But I just, Charlie Esker's kind of, it, yeah, just nailed the like radioactive mutant style. Kiro, as well as Fraxel, which one he did this great entry of Gomp. Just Gaios. I got so many entries for Gaios cards. I had like, there's like 3 more Gaios creatures actually put in the set than there are creatures from any other planet. So I had to be kind of really strict on what I put in. And unfortunately, this didn't quite make the cut, but glad to have you in the set anyway, Kiro. Such a kind of key member of like following the game. Stone Human did this version of the King of the Night Jungle. Really cool and terrifying, but just Stone Human, you did too many entries. Like half the set would have been you if I put them all in, even though they are so good. Also, Ally Plays 123 managed to get 2 of his sculptures into the set, but this Cracker Beast of the Night Jungle was so good too. I can tell how much effort you put into it, but yeah, unfortunately, I just loved this one from Alessio Maloney. If there was any other entry that wasn't this, like, you'd have been in, but Alessio just smashed it. Got quite a few for Cranchon. Obviously, this, you can kind of see more of the image here. I had to crop it down a fair bit. You can see the end of his tail. He's not riding a pogo stick. I just noticed that. But Alan Deaton, Charlie Esker did a really cool entry. I love the man Flacky on top of him here. We did ECA Studios, had this really cool version of some mysterious figure like riding a Cranchon, which you don't see very often, but that was really cool. Fortunately, just Cranchon was another really tough one. Monsieur Bonjour as well, love that name, but this was a great version of Cranchon too. Absolutely terrifying. That face is like, yeah. Sim Lin King did this really cool version of Terracon. I love like the colours. It looks like neon. Really nice, but like I said a couple of times before, I was just being so picky about the Chaos Beasts. Sucker Slug by Callum Sylvester. Didn't actually put any combiners into the set in the end, and I do love this, but I really want to put it in now. But I had the, I said I had so many Gaios entries, I just couldn't put them all in, and this would have meant 2 more cards for that planet, which would have just kind of really given a sort of imbalance to the set, which I obviously didn't want. This version of Talacon by Sylvia Chandra I loved, but unfortunately because it was done on lined paper, I couldn't put it in the game because I can't really have a card with like all these lines going through it, even though the amount of detail you've done in like the mechanical parts of his armor is fantastic, Sylvia. Like, you're a super talented artist. Definitely keep up with stuff and enter my contest in the future. Just use plain paper. This cool version of Tiki Tok by Joseph Robbins. Love the sort of geometric shapes that really contrast the sort of natural feel of the creature. Then had Caleb MG, who entered quite a few of the Weatherman creatures, but unfortunately I didn't want to dedicate like loads of space to like huge archetypes. I think there's only 1 archetype in the game, in the set, which is only 4 cards. So yeah, unfortunately didn't put the Weatherman in, but that's it for the honourable mentions. There was one more honourable mention, which was just on my email. This was a version of Deh by Ant the Great. I forgot to shout it out in the last video when I showed the winner for Deh, but I love this entry. Kind of making Deh look like a moose, which I feel if he was a real animal, he would be. But unfortunately, like I said, there was so many entries for Deh, it was just so hard to win. But thank you, Ant the Great, regardless. That was lovely to see. So that's it for the set. That's every card in the set, all 90 of them. But just before I go, really want to give a big shout out to the Indie Gamer magazine. Got contacted by them a while ago, and look, I'm on the front cover, interview with Zach. If you want to check them out and you're into gaming, really informative magazine. Some of the artwork in here is beautiful. Loads of cool stuff about the indie gaming world, which I know a lot of you guys are into. Look at some of these games, they look gorgeous. Definitely check them out. I will be working with them to give some kind of free passes for the digital magazine. And if you want to read this, how can I view it in a double spread? Who's this sexy guy? If you want to see this full interview, loads of stuff on here from me, talking about starting a trading card game, what inspires me, what keeps me going, where do I see the game in the future, all that good stuff. Then head over to indiegamermag.com, if my internet will load it, and check out issue number 32. Like I said, in the future I'll be giving away free passes, but definitely check them out. Really cool stuff. But apart from that, not got much else to say, but thank you to everyone who entered. This has been the creators of Chaos set, all 90 cards. I honestly can't tell you how much I love this set. Like, all you guys, the hard work you've put in has just added so much to the game. The Chaos Galaxy universe in general, you've added so much depth, so much creativity and stuff for the trading card game community in general. Can't thank you guys enough. Stay tuned for the packs being released. Should be about a month or so. The pack designs I will show off when I open them. I always like doing that. And I will also give away those free packs to the people who I feel committed themselves the most to this contest. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Uploads should be a bit more regular now I've got this set done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time on with set 5. Bye.